connecting the texture from his scalp, and just need a few more regions in the middle, so we can finish working on this description. I think pink with the middle would be fine. You can also have another pink in here. And changing the color to teal for here. Just have to make sure that the adjacent colors are not the same. The adjacent regions are not sharing the same color. As long as the colors are not the same near each other, it will work just fine. Okay, let's add yellow for here and here. Hey Meh 3D art, thank you. That's sweet, thank you. Hey, so much 3D. Yes, we're back. Sorry, I had an issue with my OBS. I had to restart the stream. Hey Sohail, salam. Guys, if you have any questions, about ZBrush, Maya, XGen, or anything else, alright, I think we have enough regions, so let's just finish by adding more guides. Let me also reconnect my color texture so we can see what's going on. What are you doing now? I was painting a region map now. I'm adding guides to each region. Okay, I'm copying the shape from this guide and pasting it here to save some time. But it doesn't have to be identical. It shouldn't be identical actually. So make sure if you copy forms from one guide to the other, make sure that make some changes to make it unique. It seems so cool, but I don't understand this program. This is Maya, so I don't know if you're a 3D artist or not, but this is basically the program that most animation studios or character artists use in their workflow. It's more authentic as steering with hiccups. Yes, I mean, yeah, it happens. And I'm glad I found out at the very beginning so I could just restart. It didn't ruin the whole stream. I'm a composer. Okay. I'm following you since at least 5 years. Wow, 5 years. That's amazing. So you've been following my work since 2020. That's when I was working on 2020 was, wow, it was too early, I think. It was just when I started working with Maya. Yeah, it was just when I switched from Cinema 4D to Maya. Sohail, so I have to translate your question because so everybody can understand. So Sohail is asking, when I'm working with XGen and I have a preview in the viewport, when I zoom in, the quality is good, but when I zoom out, it's not usable. So the fix was that how to fix it, I showed you. You have to in your viewport, in the top menu bar, if you click on the render and then click on viewport 2.0 and come into settings, there's this section anti-aliasing. You have to make sure that multi-sampling anti-aliasing is enabled and change the sample count to 8 or 16 depending on how much resources you have to handle. That's how you fix it. Have you 3D model what? Much earlier than this kind of work. Since 2019. Wow. So that's just the very beginning of my 3D career. That's amazing, man. Thank you. that someone has been following my work for so many years, and since you say you're a composer, so that makes it even more interesting. I mean, I have so many musicians following my work because I worked on so many composers and singers, musicians, that I think people in the music world probably know me more than people in the CG industry. Have you the raw model in G Drive? What's G Drive? You mean Google Drive? I mean, you mean the folder that I shared with you? Yes, it's not the model. It's the base mesh, the MetaHuman base mesh with all the scalps. I can't share with you the final model. Sorry, because that's not something that I can share for free, unfortunately. But you can have the base mesh and the scalps. How were you able to change the color of your guides? You have to watch my previous live stream. It's on YouTube. But quickly, to walk you through it, you just have to go to, in your Xgen window, you go to preview output, and you have two different inputs. One, primitive color, which is the color of your hair, and guide color, which is the color of your guides. And then you have to copy the path to your region map, and then in your preview tab, write down this expression, map parentheses quote sign, and then paste the path to your region map, and it will change the color of your guides to the same as your region map. Kindly share the 3D model. I have shared with you the base mesh. I can't share with you the final model, sorry. And the reason that I'm not sharing it, because there are people who might, use the model or resell it or claim it as their own. So for that reason, I can't share the model for free. But I've shared the base mesh, so you can use the base mesh and then model your own version. How many years of experience do you have? If you mean 3D, I started 2017. But I have experience before that. I used to paint, digital paint, and drawing and stuff that really helped with the 3D modeling as well. Hi Hadi, how you figure out with collision of hair and mesh? Is the region mask enough for this problem? Or do you add more guides or maybe use ABC cache to make collision? No, I do not use Alembic cache. You just have to use a region map and make sure you're adding your region map to your clumping. As you're clumping, let me show you. In your modifiers, if you go to your setup maps for your clumping, there are two inputs in your maps. One called control map, another called control mask. If you use the same maps as your region map and your region mask for these two, then you can make sure that the hair doesn't collide with the mesh. Hey Rana, thank you. How much demand for likeness modeling in 3D industry? It's it depends. I mean, sometimes if you mean just likeness from a start to finish without using any scans, that usually happens when a studio wants you to recreate a face. For example, they have a concept art or they have model of a game and then they want to make it more realistic or recreate from a scratch or anything. So that's one way. But there is also some projects that they give you a photogrammetry or a 3D scan of a celebrity or an actor, and then they ask you to turn it into a model that is production ready, that you can rig, that has a good topology, but you still have to know likeness, because I mean, in the process of cleaning the scan and retopologizing, if you don't know how likeness modeling works, then it probably doesn't end up resembling the reference or the subject. So to answer your question, the demand for likeness modeling is pretty good, but you have to be good at it, you know. So don't think that just because I'm saying that demand is high, that every likeness sculptor is just always employed or always having a revenue. I don't know how you describe it. Are you doing freelance work or job? Freelance work or job? I mean, freelance work is also a job. I don't know what you mean. But if you mean if I'm an employee or working in a studio, no, I'm a freelancer. What keeps you going even when you don't feel like pushing forward? That's a deep question. What keeps me going? I don't know, what's the alternative? If you don't keep going, what is the better alternative? Just wasting your time. I guess doing something is better than doing nothing, so I'm just copying and pasting guide shapes, as you can see. I really want to finish working on this description so we can move on to working on eyebrows and beard, so we can finish the hair. Before you started 3D modeling, did you have any artistic background? You mean academic as artistic background? I didn't study art. I studied civil engineering, but I used to paint and draw. Mostly as a hobby, but it ended up being really useful. Okay, let's update our clumping maps based on guides. Alright, I think it looks good. We just have to finish. I'm not gonna add any more regions in this area because I don't want the hair to look too clumpy or like it's glued together. So I think we have enough regions. We just have to keep on adding more guides in this big red region. Also, let's change the length for all these. I'm just using the scale to resize those guides. All right. Nice to see you on YouTube. I wanted to ask, what tutorials did you follow to reach this level of skill? Is there any specific training you have in mind that has helped you a lot in your learning process? I mean, you can just follow these live streams, and I'm exactly trying to teach what I know, so but I used to watch pretty basic tutorials, nothing specific, just whenever I had questions about the software, if I didn't know how some tool worked. Tutorials are just instructions basically. You can just go on their website, Autodesk website, and read their documentation. That's literally all you need. Or you can just watch my tutorials and follow my live streams, and I'm exactly just teaching everybody what I know. Alright, let's update. I think, yeah, it's looking a lot better. Maya is the best. Yes. How much do you charge for a likeness model? I can't answer your question publicly, sorry. It's not really appropriate to ask someone about their prices, about how much they make. Hey Render Studio, thank you. The viewership on Instagram is pretty low. I'm not sure if I have to continue going live on Instagram because it's just 9 or 10 people watching. Okay, I'm just adding more guides to distribute or to sparse the hair to make it more looking more natural and more random, so it doesn't look as stylized basically. I'm trying to sparse the hair in this big red region. I'm also a freelancer. What is the minimum charge for the model? It really depends on your skills. There is no minimum or maximum. It's completely dependent on what you can offer. It's not something that I can tell you how much you should charge. It's whatever the client is willing to pay you, that's how much you can charge. But there are some posts on Reddit. I don't know if you if you go on Reddit, but there are probably people asking the same question on Reddit. So you can Google. Or you can also ask ChatGPT. That's also one way. How will I contact you? You can send me an email or go on my website. I have a contact form on my website, so you can directly send an email to me. I also have a Discord server right in the description of this live stream. You can go on my Discord server if you have any questions. I will be live for another 20 minutes, so if you have any questions. Did you ever find a Japanese translator? Yes, I did. And a lot of people replied to my story saying that you should just use ChatGPT and just trust it. I mean, yeah, if you know something about the language, if you know at least how to read it, then maybe ChatGPT could be reliable, but I mean, I don't even know the alphabet. I don't even know how to read Japanese, so just trusting a translation without confirming it with someone is, I don't think it's the way to go. But I found someone, yeah, I did, and I just wanted to send an email to basically an institution, you can say, and I wanted to collaborate with them for working on a model. So that's why I needed a translator. Do we need to be a 2D rough sketch artist to become a likeness 3D artist like you? Because I see not all famous 3D artists do likeness except you, and very few artists do likeness. Yeah, likeness is not really that easy. You have to basically have to dedicate your entire career to be a good likeness sculptor. But do you need to do 2D sketches? No, I don't think so. I don't believe you need to know how to do rough sketches. You can just jump on using photo references. But I did have a 2D background. I used to draw portraits, and that did help me, but I can't say it's really necessary. It does help, but it takes a lot of time, so you might just invest that time that you want to spend learning how to do sketches and drawings. You might just You want to focus your energy on learning anatomy in 3D, photographic, properties, characteristics, camera lenses, lighting, everything. I think that's probably a better investment of time, I would say. Is AI a threat to 3D modeling industry in near future? Yeah, definitely. It already is a threat. Or maybe threat is not really the right word to use. Maybe it's just another tool for you to be more efficient with your workflow. So instead of spending days or weeks on a model, you can finish it in one day, and from modeling to animating to rigging and everything, just makes things faster. I don't know if threat is necessarily the right word to use. How do you add scars, fresh or old, on his face? There's no useful tutorials out there. A scar is just the same as adding any other facial detail. It's just like, or a skin detail. Just the way you add skin folds or wrinkles, you also add the scars. I mean, there are a few scars here too. I mean, on his nose, there's this. I think it's a scar. I'm not sure, but it looks like a scar. Yeah. Okay, let's update a preview to see. Okay, I think we are almost there. I'm not gonna finish working on the sideburns because we can add the beard and then work on the transition from the hair to the beard, so we don't have to worry about the sideburns for now. Will you also do the beard? I'm looking to learn beard grooming next. Yes. I will work on beard, eyebrows, everything. Okay, let's add a few more guys here and hopefully we can wrap this up tonight. And tomorrow we can work on eyebrows. Looks awesome. What software do you use to stream your PC? It's OBS. And I'm streaming on YouTube and Instagram. You're awesome, dude. Thank you, Amir. Hello, GameTube. Is Maya modified with AI? I'm not aware. I don't know. There are definitely some plugins. I mean, the software itself, no, it is not. There is no AI tool built in with Maya, but I'm sure there are plugins that use some sort of AI in Maya. How about tattoos? Tattoos are... So you mean just the color? If you mean just the color, it's... You just have to paint it inside. I usually paint inside Marie. But if you mean accentuated tattoos, then I mean, there is nothing really specific about scars or tattoos. You just have to work on it the same way you add any other skin detail. Okay, let's update preview once more. Do you use Blender? No, unfortunately. Hello, how do you achieve a good likeness when we have few reference images of that person? You just have to be good at it. It just comes with experience. Because as you work on different likenesses, you're also training your eyes. So that's definitely the biggest difference between a trained eye and a beginner's eye, is that there are things that I can see when I'm working with references and looking at a reference that maybe a beginner cannot see. So you have to have worked on a few models at least of celebrities or people that you have enough references from. Then you can move on working on more difficult subjects that don't have as many reference photos. Do you like to make portfolio review sessions? That as well would be helpful and interesting. Yeah, I would love to, but I mean, with the viewership that we have right now, I'm not sure if it would be supported or but in future, yeah, I'm down to make portfolio review sessions. Does your Maya crash while using XGen? You don't have to, or you shouldn't use Ctrl-Z or undo if you're working with XGen in Maya, because there is a high probability that it will crash. And also, I'm constantly just saving with every step. It's just muscle memory, you know. Every few minutes, I'm hitting on Control S to save. Yes, XGen is not very stable, especially if you're working with IGS or interactive grooming splines. It really buggy and it crashes a lot. But we haven't had any crashes during live stream, so I guess that's a good sign. Are you active on your Discord? I mean, my Discord server is pretty dead, to be honest. There's not much activity, and it's not, I think it's mostly my own fault because I don't post. I used to post more screenshots and WIPs on my Discord server, but then I got busy and then I abandoned Discord and social media. So nowadays we don't have that much activity on Discord. But I am constantly checking my Discord to see if there's any new artworks. Enjoyed your Houdini work. Crazy was removed. Was it removed? I mean, it got flagged. My account was shadow banned, and then I appealed the decision. There's this you can review their or you can appeal their review, and I did, and 24 hours later the post was restored. So, but yeah, I mean, Houdini was really, it's a different beast. It's such a unique interface. And it's so hard to learn, to be honest. Salve Rod. Do you review the demo reel? You can post it on my Discord. Thank you. You're inspired a lot to the 3D industry. Thank you, Digital Crystal. Sorry, I should have asked this question when you were working on likeness in ZBrush. The reference image that you were matching by clicking, is that a plugin? No, it's not a plugin. It's just, yeah, I should have, yeah, I wish you had asked that question earlier, because I should have explained, but no, it's not a plugin. Remind me again tomorrow, then I will show you how to do it. Right, let's add a few more guides here. Let's update preview. Alright. We probably need just a few more guides. But before that, I'm deleting all the guides on one side. Let's select everything here and yeah, let's just delete these. And I'm mirroring these guides to the opposite side, so we don't have to go through the same process on the left side too. Not this one. Okay, let's just mirror everything and see. Okay, it's looking good. I'm just checking if all the guys are in place. Okay, let's update clumping once more. Alright, it's looking good. Who is this? This is Paco de Lucia. Thank you, Ardak. This is a dedicated ZBrush plugin for reference that works independently of the file project worth checking out. Which one? What's the name of the plugin? Delete this one. Let's add one more guide here. I think I'm happy with the current description right now. It's not finished, but it's looking good. I think we are ready to move on to work on the next description, which is eyebrows. I'm just gonna add a few more guides on top just to sparse the hair a little bit more, because right now the clumping looks a bit stronger than it should be. Ref Switcher plugin. Ref Switcher, I've never heard of it. Thank you, Rano. Okay guys, I think that's it for today. I'm probably going live again tomorrow. And we are going to work on the eyebrows, or eyebrows and eyelashes. yeah, so you're supposed to texture, model, and render. Yes, I'm doing everything again. So guys, if you if no question, then I'm gonna finish it. But yeah, I think I'm happy with this description. Let's have one final preview. Let me hide the guides, and let's also change the hair color to what it was originally. Let's just change it to, I don't remember where it was. I think you have to, yeah. So it's not perfect, but I think it's good enough for us to sign off for now, and then work on the rest of the descriptions and come back, finish everything. But for now, I think I'm happy with this one. And sideburns are a little long. Yes, sideburns are. I think I need to wait for the beard to see how we can transition from the hair to the beard. So if you look here, there's a transition from the main hair to the beard. So I'm waiting on that to make sure everything matches perfectly with the reference. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. Maybe the thickness, yes, that could be. Thank you guys for tuning in. Will you add more noise? Probably, yes, probably. But after I'm done with all the descriptions, we can come back. And thank you, Alex. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and have a great night. See you tomorrow again, working on the eyebrows. Bye bye.